19. Tonight we focused on fast and slow Lindy Hop and how we can expand our range as dancers, being able to dance slow, slower, and faster, which again are relative terms. Slow and fast may mean different tempos for different people, but tonight we started around 100 beats per minute, 100 BPM, up to about 160 BPM for our more beginner level class. So in terms of our slow dancing, we focused on 3 different topics. The first one was maintaining our pulse when we dance, and for us Lindy Hoppers, we're going to be pulsing down into the floor on every beat of the music and making sure that movement comes from our hips and our flexible knees and ankles, not just bending our knees, not lifting our calves and our heels, and not just sinking our hips forward and backwards. A combination of all 3 so that we get this nice, gushy pulse. And when we take our steps, the second topic is maintaining the timing of our footwork. So putting those 2 things into practice for a swing out, we start with our pulse, and then we get into that gushy footwork, thinking about pulling our feet out of mud, where we go rock, step, triple step, 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 triple step. Just doing our vanilla rock, step, triple step, 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 triple step. And then the third thing, I knew I was going to forget something. Finish. End of the line. Thank you. Don't rush the end of the line. So often, in terms of remembering pulse, remembering footwork, if we fudge our footwork, we can go a little too far, a little too fast. So we worked on the inside turn with this move. So here's an example of rushing. Rock, step, triple step, triple step. My timing was right, but I got to the end of the line a little bit too soon. So follows and leads for that matter, it's okay to hang out wherever you are for as long as you need to. You don't have to step through and take big steps during those triple steps. Rock, lead, triple step, triple step. Let yourself unwind nice and slow, and that same concept applies to your swing outs and all the other moves. Don't rush to the end of the line. Moving into faster dancing, our first thing that we talked about was grounding ourselves a little bit more. So allowing our energy of our pulse to be a little bit lower, right? Not just in terms of bending our knees and getting lower, but taking our whole pulse a little bit more down, right? Making sure we still have that pulse going the whole time. The next one was, I should have written it down.
Same thing, under-rotating.
Under-rotating our swing outs. So leads, a lot of times, the focus can be on making sure you're doing a 360, getting back right where you started, but you don't have to do that with your swing outs, especially when the music gets fast. So we can under-rotate. We can under-rotate those swing outs. We don't have to go in a full 360. The third thing was... No. Stretch and release. Thank you. The stretch and release, so maintaining the linear aspect of the dance, right? So avoid dancing around each other in circles. Nobody wants to swing out like that. So we're going to maintain that stretch and release. Leaders, you do not need your left arm after 1 and until you're trying to catch back up on the 7 and 8, right? Stretch, release. We don't have to have that hand, no matter how fast we go. Leaders, you don't have to pull. Follows, we don't have to pull our way in. It's a stretch and release, whether it's slow or fast. And the fourth and final thing we talked about was cutting out extraneous movement. So a lot of times we see leads doing the little rainbow, making that little circle before we go into swing out. You don't got to do that. You can cut it out. Other things, other movements, when we're dancing fast, we have to compartmentalize a little bit, make ourselves a little bit more compact, a little lower to the ground, and that is, I think, it. Sorry, I forgot while we were doing this. Good job.